Blowing a gale in Braintree. Makes a change, doesn't it? Morning. Sunday, Braintree. About 8 o'clock, pre-breakfast again. So let's get straight into the drama of last week. I'm sure everyone who's a track and field fan remembers this.
She just trips, doesn't she? I mean, we have to see the front on the shot like you said before.
That is a big fall.
She done well to get back up.
I was feeling pretty great, but I'm not sure. The last meters I want to go, and of course you get lactic like we all do, but I just couldn't hit my strides like I normally do, and I think I cramped up when I felt someone next to me, and then I was on the ground.
So yeah, well, I think those were the exact words I used when someone asked me what happened on Wednesday after I came a cropper 5 metres from the finish line. Yeah, it's basically hit the deck. So let's look at the good positives. Colchester won the match, so we're now second in the league. You need to end up at least top 2 in the league to get through to the final in September. We've got 2 more meets to go. So that was good. But yeah, the 200 metres execution mixed. I was very happy with the start and the bend, but pushed too hard. And I think is that and a combination of the lack of conditioning. I got to about 10 metres out. I've been pushing too hard. I could hear the guy on the outside of me, although apparently he wasn't as close as I thought he was, tightened up and then all of a sudden stumbled, hit the deck and hit the deck hard. So my head, I don't know if you can see that, and my shoulder, there we go, hey, look at that beauty, have been a bit juicy for the last few days. Also scratched up my knee, my thigh, my elbow, landed with a thump, bounced up and managed to get over the line for second place. But yeah, you couldn't write it, could you? So yeah, there's no point hiding the fact, is there? Recorded a time of 32.1. I reckon I would have been on for a PB if it hadn't been for that brief interlude before the finish line. And there's one other thing that I hadn't mentioned as well. I am in a splint for 4 weeks. I must have put my arm out straight to kind of instinctually protect myself as I fell, because I've had that in the past when I've come off a road bike a couple of times many years ago. And it was sore. My wrist was sore that evening and I thought as a sprain. But when I woke up Thursday morning, it was really sore. So I took myself over to Colchester A&E. They were amazing. I was in and out within about 45 minutes, which was a dream come true. But yeah, they were worried I'd broken the scaphoid bone. But in fact, I've fractured a bone called the pisiform, P-I-S-I-F-O-R-M, another of the carpal bones on the outside of your hand. They're still concerned I may have fractured the scaphoid because it's a tricky little fucker to kind of x-ray. So if that's still sore in 2 weeks' time, I have to go back and get it x-rayed again. But fingers crossed, I'm hoping I haven't. It doesn't feel like it at the moment, but there's definitely some issues there. So no block starts for a number of weeks, I think it's safe to say, and it's going to be a bit tender for some time. But yeah, so that's what happened. That's what went down, literally, me, on Wednesday night. So I've had 2 or 3 days off because it just messes your system up, that kind of trauma, and you kind of get a bit amped and there's all kinds of muck floating around your system. But now we're over on Sunday morning. I think the other thing is going to play up with is the S&C, because I can't do anything with this hand, hardly at all. I can barely hold a pen or pencil at the moment. So I can't swing any kettlebells, there's no press-ups, there's no upper body type work that I can actually do effectively. So I'm looking at what I can do, lower body that's non-weighted, and you can do a lot of explosive stuff, so I can definitely keep working on that. But yeah, so there we are. nothing else to say on the subject, really. So today's session, this is now clearly played up with my training plan yet again, but today I'm just doing some kind of tempo hundreds. So 2 times 8 times 100 in around 20 minutes. And then next week we get back into the 400 metre training. The next Vets League match back down at Thurrock in 4 weeks' time. And I think I'll be doing 300 metres that night. So a standing start won't be an issue. But yeah, building towards September, league final. Not sure about British Masters at the moment. I've pulled out of the Eastern Masters in 2-3 weeks' time because I just won't be able to train 100% until then, I don't think. But anyway, yeah, it's blowing a gale. I'm going to get warmed up, going to do some drills. Given the logistics of getting all my gear on and getting over here and that kind of stuff, I'm probably going to leave it a couple of weeks until the next video. In my profile page, you'll see there's an email address, so if anyone ever wants to reach out, you're more than welcome to drop me an email and I'll always reply. But otherwise, I'm going to get this done and I will see you in a couple of weeks. '17's average, done in the bank. No issue training with this. It's getting a bit warm, but it was fine, no pain.